good morning, and good day. My name's John Wright, and what I'm doing today is I've set up my place as a little race car track outside. I put in a son of a bitch. Anyway, it's in demo mode, that one, but that's actually screens of inside my place and around my place. I live under my own security, and when I catch people with their ear up next to my motorhome, I have to find out what their motives are, and their motives are is somebody's putting pressure on them. Matter of fact, I have a nephew, and his children's been removed off the property by police officer, a black police officer, and they wanted to make it into a racial thing because I talked to him. We're on the level, and you know what? It's quieted down in the neighborhood since I came forward, and I gave a big pamphlet. I should have one right here, but I'll expose it here probably in the next setting. But anyway, I sent a document to Washington State back in August. The governor and my Department of L&I, and I also sent a package to Donald J. Trump. And Donald J. Trump's came back from him, from his organization. I sent it directly to them. They did not want nothing to do with it because, one, Donald Trump already knows my name. Matter of fact, I had a gold mine that got robbed from me back in 1985, and Donald Trump's own actions puts him in the area, and he would have been right there doing such a thing. And I do believe that it is connected to the Republican Party and the clampers out of Nevada. My brother Jerry was initiated into it. Brian Compton, my brother-in-law, was initiated into it. And there's a big story of web and deceit and destruction in there between my family and some people that's been married into the family, being used and manipulated by my family to only advance their strangeness. And now I want you to know, prior to me jumping into all this, my brother Jerry's been acting out as a Boy Scout, a little strange Boy Scout weirdo, since I was a child, and I didn't understand what they were doing. I had a friend murdered next to me on October 27th, 1975, to silence the town in Morton, Washington, over the D.B. Cooper scandal money. Terry Lance Shortridge. Lansard is the code name to John F. Kennedy. And by the way, they've now named that bowling alley Millhouse Smokehouse in Morton, Washington, after President Nixon. Millhouse Smokehouse. Republicans were involved in it, and by the way, Donald J. Trump purchased 727's, the Hijackers brand, and he may have actually the actual Hijackers plane, because he can't live without having part of this, and that's part of his mentality anyway. So I'm telling you, the things are true. And the gold mine that's in question, it's not in question, it's a fact, is north of Elko, Nevada, and the Freeport gold mine sits off to the left, and the gold mine sits off to the right, and there's no mistaking where they've been trucking the ore to, right over to the Freeport place. And I was taken to their place by my brother Jerry. They said they'd own it. They said they'd get it. They said they'd do it. And they took it. They stole it from me, is what they did do. And anyway, now we're going to put that aside for the moment. I've got a big heart. I could live without a bunch of money. I have all these years. Now, look, China and Donald Trump. Let's go back a ways. Trump and China at the cake event, where Mr. Trump invited the Chinese leader over there to have some kind of a meeting. I don't know if it was more private. It sure wasn't what like Mr. Biden had for him in California when they needed to talk. But anyway, Trump gets them over there, and they have this cake event where he has the chocolate cake, and Donald Trump blows up something in the Middle East. Donald Trump is intimidating this guy, and whether this is an event where these guys are in conclusion working together, I'm not quite sure, because Donald Trump could just be playing this guy, because Donald Trump baits people into doing things, and then when they do things, they go, oh, it's his fault, and that's what they do, and I know it. I goddamn know it. So then China's and Trump's stunts into play. We don't know which one it is. Now the virus escapes, and now just recently, Donald Trump's making excuses. Man, it was just an accident. It was kind of like them went out and they screwed and they had sex and somebody got pregnant or something. Whatever his analogy was not very good, and it kind of like smelled like something similar to what he's romancing in. And he's making excuses for China's behavior now, because the two of them are in bed together, or you're going to find out it was Trump's. Now, Trump doesn't like Germans, and he doesn't like Japanese, and the reason I come up to that is because when I look back at the 1985, I think, tapes and stuff, that it says it's about Donald Trump. It's on YouTube. You know, you could just see, and all the people that was coming around and stuff, and I'll tell you what, it gives you the feeling that Donald Trump is a racist, and he's against the Germans, and he's against the Japanese, is what I'm thinking. And also, you know, and let's see, Trump does not like the Germans and the Japanese. That's what I wrote down in my notes here. And China has, and Trump has a romance together. It's something that really stinks, you know, for Americans. Now, China is now in the Philippines, and Taiwan and China, you know, hey, is Hawaii next? Because I'll tell you what, China's on the fucking move, and they're coming this goddamn way, and America should fucking be warned that this is Donald Trump's goddamn coup coming through the back door, just like it's his goddamn coup that's got these people running into America and these backfires that's burning around the earth right now. Now, I only have a limited time, so I'm at 7:27 right now, by the way. So then, you know, here at August 8th, I've sent these here packages and stuff that I talked about to the governor and stuff, and to Donald Trump's office, and Donald Trump fucking, he refused that. Within 2 weeks, I sent the governor and I sent L&I the information 1 week before I sent Mr. Trump, because for number one, I wanted the governor to inform the president before the president had Trump notified, or I notified Trump, you know, because I'm going to give these guys a fair fucking deal so they can fucking box it out together. I just don't give a fuck. I like that method, by the way. So anyway, then I sent that over there to Trump, and Trump just, they refused it at the door. They've seen who it was from. And by the way, if they've got inside information, you know, from right there at the Department of L&I, or even through the governor's office, because we've got Republican plants inside of these here offices that's receiving text messages from this Donald J. Trump. I honestly believe that all the harassment that I've had around here was from this Donald J. Trump, because now that I've confronted everybody about it and stuff, there's a lot of shit that's going on here that's different. You know, here, I got trucks and stuff, or I got nice vehicles going on out here that's like government vehicles now. And it's quiet now. And there's a lot of big difference. There's big changes. And that me and my brother-in-law and nephew, we're all talking about it. I'm telling them about it too. They can't even argue about it. So now, after we set this off, here we got the blow up in the Gaza Strip. Bam! Boom, 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 man. You fucking want to take fucking pressure off this place. The bowling center in Maine, bam, 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 shoots it up, dead. You know, there's cops and stuff that's involved in it, and prior to this place getting shot up, just earlier, fucking cops, cops got fucking driven down in a traffic thing where somebody plowed into some cops, I believe. You know, it happened just prior to this here. You can't believe that the two things wasn't connected together. And this here guy, he has an earpiece in his ear. And what's he doing? Getting voices and stuff in his ear, and that being cranked up, hissing and stuff. Because my brother-in-law, I caught that same stuff happening with his earpiece. And I talked to him about it. Matter of fact, I bought him a new hearing aid. And I'm sure he kept them. He said they were too big and bulky and stuff, but that's the one he gets through his insurance plan through, you know, Weyerhaeuser. And I'm thinking, well, somebody's spying in on that, listening into our conversations, and I've confronted him about this. And matter of fact, when my nephew got arrested on the 8th of August, they jailed him. They don't even have a record of him being jailed now, but he says he's got a record of it. He told me that they don't even have a record of it because they expunged him of it, because they falsely arrested him that very same weekend that the blow up and stuff happened. Or it can, I mean, and when I heard that from my brother-in-law, I said, I just blew up, and I said, this is because of what I goddamn did. You know, and I'm explaining to him, and I said, and if they fucking knew within two hours he would be fucking free. And you know, within 2 hours he come fucking up to me and just fucking go like this, like, thank you for saying something. Whether he fucking said one word or not, I could only say, here he came right to me within 2 hours of when I found out. And I said, when they fuck goddamn find out, I'm fucking gonna come down on them about this. And guess what happened? He was released and he was home that very fucking day. You know? So I put a 8-foot racetrack around my place here. Oh, now that guy over there at the main, he got shot and his body was found in the back end of a trailer. Well, hell, I got a fucking motorhome right here, a 37-foot motorhome that I put a bowling alley scheme on, right? And somebody shot my lion that's right there on the back end of the fucking trailer from right over there by the fire hall, or from right over there where I've heard noise and stuff. So I'm just telling you, these people here better be goddamn fucking aware. Somebody's put a fucking BB hull on my motorhome. They could have used a 30-06 or anything else, because they have the mentality and the capacity to actually raise up a gun and shoot at someone else's property. Now, I just want you to know that the thing I want off the goddamn streets is these fucking little BB guns and stuff that sells in Walmart, that they're selling to the American public, and they do not need any more of this here crap. And you teach children from a fucking beginning not to fucking do this stuff. You know what? This is goddamn wrong, and this is China influence in America, and look at all the different colors on it. You better get it right. You better fucking think about what's happening here with this Donald Trump and China's relationship with Walmart and the Twin Star credit unions in the Pacific Northwest. Okay? They put a hole in the chest of my lion right here, and this just happened recently. So it's not like I'm going back on them. And none of these events around here, Donald Trump getting $83 million judged against him, is going to change the fact that I had a gold mine ripped off from me, and I got a goddamn BB hole right here, and I sleep right there. So this is a fucking ongoing problem. You know, I put a 24-foot racetrack here. If they threaten any of these people like Taylor Swift or anybody, these are people, though, you know, Trump and their team don't even have the goddamn rights to talk about these people. Okay? And I'm going to come back next time after I put in the 24-foot racetrack. And I got to click this off because it's going for 14 and a half minutes. And I may have problems with it, you know, loading up. So I got to turn